Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, that's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cardinals nothing. Robbie Gould taking off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying, now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Murray. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up on the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Cardinals 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kwan Williams. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From his own end zone now, it's Murray going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20.
This is too easy right here.
Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 99 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On play action, Lance connects with Sanu right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Zach Kerr busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Once again, it's Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Ertz has it left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Connor going to try and run it, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. The Cardinals say they have it. They do. Arizona recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got counter. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. To throw is Murray. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Back to throw, Murray. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing again, Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Steps away. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Powering his way forward, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for San Francisco, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for